Hey guys, Jared Cook here. Welcome to my channel where I help you discover your dreams and reach them through discipline, decision, and drive. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite morning habits for the year 2021. For me, I'm into the 5 a.m. wake up time. I'm sold on it. It's great. Now, you don't have to start this at 5 a.m., but 5 a.m. works good for me because I get up, no one's awake, it's dark outside, there's no loud sounds, and I just feel like I'm able to focus so well and I get so much done before other people are even awake. Alright, so I highly encourage you, try waking up at 5 a.m. You might need to go to sleep a little bit earlier, but that's okay. It's going to be worth it. If you are into life for success, if you're after success in your life, certain sacrifices are going to need to be made. And, staying up all night partying is probably going to be one of them, okay? And so waking up at 5 a.m. or waking up a little bit earlier so that you can get a good morning routine in. You might need to only wake up an hour earlier than regular. It's up to you. I don't know what your lifestyle is. I'm only looking at a camera right now. I cannot see your eyes. So wake up at 5 a.m. Now, the second thing that I'm doing is I have a supplement routine or a supplement regimen that I go through. I take lion's mane mushroom, I take cordyceps, I take alpha GPC, I take CoQ10, and I take fish oil. Those are my 5. Those things are great. Look them up, all right? I cannot recommend them to you. I am not a doctor, but look up these things, especially the CoQ10. If you're above 30, you're at greater risk of heart disease these days. Look up CoQ10. And also, it's great. Just look it up, okay? And look up the other ones too. They are something that gets me primed and ready for the day, and they have completely transformed my life, okay? They've helped support me in so many incredible ways. It's been amazing, okay? Third thing, kettlebell pull-ups and body weight. Kettlebell pull-ups and body weight. Now, I just got my kettlebell in the mail yesterday. I'm super stoked about it. The best shapes of my life that I've ever been in has been with a kettlebell, but that was like 10 years ago, so I'm stoked to have gotten a new one. They're not cheap, but they're worth it, okay? Now, you might want to do the gym. You might want to only do body weight. You might want to, only do, yoga or pull-ups or whatever it is for you. But for me, it's body weight, kettlebell, and pull-ups, all right? Which pull-ups are body weight, but I'm talking about push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, squats, stuff like that, because I don't want to go to the gym. I don't like going to the gym. I feel like, it just takes more time for me than I want to give, but I want to be in great shape, and I want to exercise every day, all right? For me, I like to exercise every day because it gets my heart rate going, gets the blood pumping, gets me woken up early in the morning, and it just works out for me to do it every day. So that's what I'm doing in 2021. The next thing that I do after I finish exercising for like 15 or 20 minutes is I'm taking some protein. I'm taking whey protein isolate dumped into some cold milk, stirring it up, whole milk, because you want plenty of milk fat to digest the whey. All right, you can mix the whey with water and drink some olive oil, but that is not near as tasty as some white whey protein isolate mixed into a glass of whole milk. All right, now if you're a vegan or something like that, then you might need to do some pea protein or something like that. But chances are, if you're vegan, you already know what kind of protein that you're going to want to take. I don't recommend soy. I'm just going to say that. Now, after the protein, it's time for a cold shower for me. I get my ass in a cold shower and don't even think about it, all right? I don't think about it. I just step into it. Now, thinking about the cold shower will build up apprehension about the cold shower. The best way to take a cold shower is just turn it on and just step in. Why do I do that to myself, you might be asking? Well, it helps me build discipline, all right? I find on days that I step into a cold shower in the morning, I'm just that much more disciplined on things that are really important throughout the day. I find myself, it's so much easier to do my work It's so much easier to stay on my schedule. It's so much easier to overcome my fears on the day that I start off the day getting inside a cold shower, doing something that I really don't want to do because I know that it's something that's going to benefit me, builds a momentum throughout the day of me doing some things, several things that I might not just feel like I want to do, but I know that they're important for me, and so I achieve them. And so, cold shower, I recommend it. I'll be doing it every day. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you haven't hit like yet, make sure you hit like. If you want to subscribe and get more of this content, go ahead and subscribe. The next thing I do in the morning is I do a meditation prayer sequence. All right? What do I mean by that? Well, I have this song that I sing, and it's something that just kind of came to me one day. And I don't know what your spiritual beliefs are or anything like that. You probably have some kind of a prayer. If you're an atheist, you might want to, just kind of meditate and think inward on something that's really empowering. That, like, if you feel like you could connect to the universe in some way, how would that be? Okay? Now, for the Christians, they know what that is. For the Muslims, they know what that is. For the Buddhists, they know what that is. For me, I know what that is for me. For you, just discover what it is for you. I think that a relationship with the divine or the universe or God or, whatever you want to call it, or source, is as unique as the individual. And I think that most religions promote in some way, shape, or form to have a unique relationship with the Creator. Okay? Now, you might look at that as yourself if you're an atheist. I don't know what it is for you. But for me, I don't mind calling it God, and I have this great connection with God. Okay? And so I sing this song, and then I pray. And when I pray, ideas flood into my head. Amazing ideas that have also dramatically changed my life. I've had so many great empowering ideas of just like things that just come to me in a flash that I've never even thought of before. All right? And so I do that. And then after I do that, and it takes me about 4 minutes for the song, for the prayer, and then I go into a meditation after that, because I usually, after I talk to God, I have this insight, some kind of insight that I take, and then I meditate on it. So when I meditate, I do a simple 4-step breathing sequence, and it just goes, I breathe in to the count of 4, I hold my breath to the count of 4, I breathe out to the count of 4, I leave my breath exhaled to the count of 4. So it looks like this. It's like, and as I do that, I think whatever the insight was each time, all right? So I close my eyes and I visualize a glass of blue liquid filling to the count of 4. And then as I'm holding my breath, I see the liquid overflowing, and I'm playing this message in my head again. And then after the holding my breath to the count of 4, I exhale to the count of 4, and I watch that glass reduce. And then when it's reduced, it stays empty to the count of 4. And I typically just do that 4 or 5 times. And at the end of that, my mind is just at peace. All right, I feel at peace. I feel no stress or anxiety, and I feel ready to tackle the day. At that point, it's a great time to plan. All right, so I bust out my journal. Me, I use OneNote. I write it on my computer. You might write it out on paper. It's up to you. However you want to keep a journal, however you want to plan your day, whatever works for you. For me, it's OneNote. I like it. I type fast. I like how I can organize it, and so that's what I use, and that's what I've used now for a long time. And so first thing I do is I write whatever revelation it was that I got that day during my prayers and my meditation, because sometimes you're meditating like that and just like some insight's just going to flash out, and a lot of times it's really dramatic and something that you've never thought of before will come out of that. And so I write that at the top. And I just kind of unload that and unpackage that. I'm like, well, how is this relevant in my life? How can I use this stuff? And then after that, I say, okay, well, what are 3 things I'm grateful for today? Why am I grateful for them? Get myself in an even more positive state of mind. What are 3 things that I'm excited about? Why am I excited about these 3 things? All right, so that'll get my mind thinking more forward leaning. And then I think, what is it that I want out of my life? Like, what steps can I take right now that'll take my life in the direction that I want to go? And they must be measurable. They must be the kind of steps that I can take that will move the needle closer to where I want to be. All right, so the actual question that I ask myself are like, what are 3 needle pushing activities that I can do today that will take me closer to my dreams? And so that's the last part. Once I know that what I want to do that day, then I plot it out on my calendar or on my schedule, and I get going with it. Now, once a week, you're going to want to do a little bit extra because you want to plan your week ahead. I do it on Mondays. A lot of people do it on Sundays. A lot of people say it's best to do it on Sundays. But for me, I don't know why. It just works out better if I do it on Monday. So it's up to you what time it works for you. It might be Friday for you. I don't know what it is for you. What time am I going to execute the things that I need to take care of this week? What time am I going to do my morning ritual? Just think about it, plan out your week. Look at life through the eyes of a strategist. Don't be reactive to everything. And if you plan your week, you won't be reactive to things. You'll be proactive and you'll get a lot more done. So that is my morning routine for 2021. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below what your morning routine looks like. What would you suggest that I try? I mean, I'm always open to things. I'm always open to trying new things that can improve my life. And you should be too. I think that everybody should be open to new things. Like, that's something that's a challenge these days is I think so many people are just closed-minded about things. Or we think that we're perfect wherever we are. But what I've found in my life is that there's no perfection to be had, okay? There's always something weak. There's within myself that I need to strengthen. There's always another level to reach. That's what I've always found. There's always a weakest link. Like if I get my relationship great, if I get my health great, if I get my business great, if I get everything great, there's always another level. And so that's actually a beautiful thing about life. And so let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit subscribe now so that you can continue to awaken your potential. Now, this has been J.R. Cook. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.